What up, fam? I think this is video 5. This retrograde, man, it's been retrograding, I tell you that. So, I'm super passionate about farming and feeding the people and storytelling as a way to bring people together. I come from a family where we're the hostess with the mostest, you know. We're going to, prepare a table before you, and we're going to make sure everyone is comfortable, everyone feels welcome. I know I spoke about my reunions, and I said that, it's not full of love, but, there is love, obviously, there. It's something that's pulling us together every year, and it can't be anything other than love. But, just like with a lot of Black folk and our families, it's complicated. Like I said, that attack on the sacral, that attack on emotions, right? I mean, if you really stop and think about how horrific our diasporic experience has been, with no rest, no justice, it's going to take a toll on the family unit, and we see it all the time, right? And to that I say, we need to rest. We need to rest, and I've demanded it. And it's one of the reasons why I've been in hermit mode, because no one understands my inability to work. To me, jobs, that's just slavery. And the type of enterprises that I'm going to create, jobs is justice over bullshit. I want to provide justice for people. I want to provide rest for people, right? And I have to show that we can do that. We can do that through tourism. We can do that through storytelling. We can do that by just existing. We can do that by demanding rest. And not just demanding it, but taking it. No one gave it to me. My husband treated me like I was some kind of oxen, like some sort of work mule. Like I'm supposed to come up with a concept, right, as bold as the one that I dreamt up, right? I can't control what dreams come to me, right? I have this aspiration, and it might be far-fetched, but far-fetched aspirations don't happen overnight. And if you're not going to be the supportive bubble that I need, then I'm going to take that support. I'm going to claim it, and I know he was boiling. I know he was boiling because we had a hot tub. I had a saltwater hot tub. I still have it. It's not operable right now, but I mean, them first 3 years, I connected to the sun. I got mad downloads. I floated. I remothered myself. I spoke to the stars. I absorbed the moon. I looked up to the skies. I interpreted the clouds. I made love to light. I was in a healing bubble, and I ain't work. I did what I wanted to do. I did some catering jobs or whatever, and, I just didn't get the support because, what the fuck are you doing, Takia? You're supposed to be working. Dreams, bills need to get paid. And I'm like, yo, we got it, we good. And we would have been. But I'm not going to cooperate with you when you can't be supportive of my dreams when I was supportive of yours. So if I can't get that support, then I'm going to be that support to myself. And, I have heavy tourist placements. I'm a bull. I got Taurus Mars. Like, I will dig my heels in, right? And like I said, I'm going to take my time. And the universe, right, has been like, bitch, you got this. One of my mantras early on in my journey was, I have the time to take. And I took that shit, and I'm still taking it. And like I said, part of like discovering myself through my natal chart, one of the things that the transits that's happening now is like, look, when you hit resistance to things, that means that you're supposed to go another direction. And farming has been resistance. You know, I've met so many lost souls, right? So many people got the call, and I think want to answer the call, but few are willing to do the work, to go within, right? To really understand themselves so that they can come into the community and be of benefit to it. So what I'm seeing is a lot of people are coming into the community saying they want to feed people, but what they're really worried about is feeding themselves, which is nothing wrong with that. But, you know, I mean, that's the whole thing with aid. Aid is creating jobs for people to come and bring you the bare minimum after taking your resources. So us taxpayers, us people who are in that grind paying taxes, which, you know, I've been working since I was 14. So, you know, I've worked for a very long time, and I'm 50, shit, I keep forgetting how old I am. I'm 51, anyway, 52, anyway. But I've been working for a really long time, and I don't got no retirement. I don't have no second plan. I gotta figure this out, but I'm gonna take my time doing it, right? But there's nothing wrong with wanting to feed your family, but like, you have to ask yourself, why am I here? And I just see too many people laying down their swords and saying this is the game, and I'm gonna play it. And I'm like, fuck your games. I'm not playing none of that shit. Like, when has that gotten us anywhere, playing by the rules? They don't play by the rules. They created the rules so that we would play by the rules so that they could get over on us. I'm a loophole queen. I'm gonna find a loophole. I'm not playing by these rules, right? So really, like, being able to stand in that, though, like in that boldness, has been, you know, a challenge for me. I'm not gonna lie. And I've been meeting resistance, but you know, everything in these transits are saying, if it's not a fit, Takia, then you need to move on. So all of that to say, I'm here at the skating rink. I haven't skated in like 20 some years, and it is kind of like riding a bicycle for sure. I am getting my footing. I have not fallen, and it's like killer workout for the core. So I'm gonna get my skate on and get my mind right and figure out how I pivot, since I've been meeting so much resistance in the farm space, figure out how I can pivot and keep it moving and continue on with this journey. So I'm gonna holler at you folks later. Peace, folks.